Hello everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to TFD with Cordy. Just when you think the Players Association cannot possibly sink any lower, cannot look any more unserious, cannot lose any more credibility, they somehow find a way to surprise you again. Because now, in the middle of CBA negotiations, they have decided that the next big move is a petition. Yes, an actual online petition for fans to sign. Before we even get into the details, make sure you like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe, because what we are about to break down is honestly unbelievable. Shout out to Mick from Mick Talks Hoops for highlighting this. An online petition during labor negotiations. I mean, you have to imagine the league office and the owners just laughing when they saw this. Like, seriously laughing. A petition? This is not a high school fundraiser. This is supposed to be professional sports labor negotiations. The post itself claims that after months of stalling, the league is ignoring players' demands and jeopardizing the future of women's basketball. And their solution is an action alert with a link asking fans to click and sign. I have to ask, honestly, how many of you have ever seen people begging for a petition in a CBA fight? Because I have seen zero. Not one. Nobody asked for this. It honestly feels like they created an imaginary scenario in their heads. Like, people must be asking for a petition, right? No, they are not. And imagine the optics here. Imagine an owner clicking the link out of curiosity, just for fun. Let me see how much support this has. That's not all we have. Here said, the 2025 WNBA season has set records for attendance, both in total and per game, even before the playoffs. More than 3 million fans have flocked to see stars like A'ja Wilson of the Las Vegas Aces and Alyssa Thomas of the Phoenix Mercury. By many measures, it's been the most successful season in league history. But the players aren't fully sharing in that success. Imagine trying to hype attendance numbers, talking about momentum even before the playoffs, and the name you decide to put front and center is Alyssa Thomas. Folks, let's be real for a second. Most casual fans could not pick Alyssa Thomas out of a lineup if she were the only person standing there. I am dead serious. Picture it. One person in the lineup. The cop asks, "Can you identify Alyssa Thomas?" Brief pause. The person looks at the glass, looks back at the cop, squints, then shrugs. I don't know who that is. Is that her? Maybe? That is the reality. And this is not hate. This is about marketability and star power. You cannot pretend name recognition exists when it clearly does not. Okay, let's see some reaction. Here said, by your logic, people watched them finals so they could watch CC play. Yeah, man, you're right. Here said, some of us fans, when we read this, most of the world when they read this, who are A'ja Wilson and Alyssa Thomas? Oh my God. Okay, here said, y'all really can't fathom that people are watching for more than just one player. Yes, CC has contributed to the growth significantly. That being said, people are continuing to watch with and without her. To be fair, Alyssa Thomas is an underrated player, but people came to see A'ja instead of her. Here said, hey, do remember they added more games and another team, so I would have been shocked if it didn't go up. Not the win they think. Okay. Showing up in millions is funny. I mean, people flock to see a bunch of bench players play for the Valks, so people watching to see Alyssa Thomas play isn't far-fetched. Alyssa Thomas hoops is great hoops. Let's relax. They're referring the finals because they were the highest watched in history. Alyssa Thomas, the crusher crippler, is the least popular player in the league. I came to see Cece. These people are delusional. Yeah, man, whole league depend on Cece. Women are just always jealous of one another, so... I genuinely have no idea why some of their egos won't allow them to admit Caitlin Clark's contribution. They could just be picking the best players from each finals team. Now, look here. Here said, many were, not millions, lol, during the finals, hate watching to see her and Don't Wanna Bonner lose. The most successful hate watch ever. Yeah, man. They are not that stupid. This is purposeful deception. Look at these people's don't like them because of their play or hate against Cece. Here said, Phoenix does sell out all of their games, though. Okay, we talk. There are a lot more reactions on this post, and honestly, all you can do is laugh and keep it pushing. It just gives me more reasons why I will not spend a single dime outside of CCFC. They continue to refuse to acknowledge the obvious, and at this point, it is beyond frustrating. It is pathetic, truly pathetic. I'm not going to sit here and pretend this is about throwing my arms in the air for A'ja Wilson. Respect to A'ja, she's a great player, but let's stop playing games. If you're going to talk about star power, attendance, and momentum, then say the name that actually moves the needle. Say Caitlin Clark. Come on. It is CC22. This is not complicated. I'm actually laughing because of how predictable this has become. Are we surprised? No, not at all. Then they pivot to Alyssa Thomas. No way they are serious. Is this real life? This almost feels like satire. Using Paige's name did not work, so now we're just cycling through other names hoping something magically sticks. That is exactly what this looks like. They used Paige's name to push Unrivaled. That did not work. The Dallas Wings used Paige's name to try to fill seats. That did not work. Networks like ION used Paige's name to attract viewers. That did not work either. So now what? Just keep moving down the list and hoping fans suddenly care? That is not a strategy. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is sitting right there as the easiest, most obvious answer if you genuinely want to sell this league. And here's the wild part. Imagine you're an outsider. You're not online every day. You casually follow sports. You look at this promotion and you don't see Caitlin Clark's name anywhere. What would you think? You might honestly believe she's not even in the league anymore. You might think she's no longer associated with the WNBA at all. They don't realize how damaging that is. People are going to ask, wait, why aren't they talking about Caitlin Clark? Is she gone? Is she not part of this anymore? That confusion alone hurts the league. This is why people say the league is not serious. Just sign the contract and start the season. I went to my first 3 WNBA games this year, and I can guarantee you neither of the names they're pushing were even playing in those games. Absolute nonsense. And then there is the petition. The petition is hilarious. Nobody is signing this. Nobody. There are real players, at least 100 of them, who are not getting invited to Unrivaled or Project B and are about to lose their only source of income. The Players Association should be protecting them, not embarrassing them. This leadership is failing. There is a clear conflict of interest, a lack of good faith, and zero credibility left. Because if this continues, it's not stars who will suffer. It's the middle and bottom of the league. And that's what makes this whole thing unacceptable. Then they go and do this. This was either last week or the week before, and it perfectly sums up the constant missteps. They put out a post saying WNBA players are ready to strike after the contract expires. I mean, come on. This is just sad. Genuinely sad. And then, on top of that, they changed their profile picture to an hourglass. Like time is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. Shout out to Chris Berman, if you know, you know. But seriously, this is what we are doing now? An hourglass profile picture? These are not serious people. This is not a serious group handling serious negotiations. Meanwhile, the owners are operating in good faith. Honestly, it is almost criminal how patient they are being. The amount of benefit of the doubt they are giving the Players Association is unreal. They are swallowing pride, setting aside self-interest, and still coming to the table trying to make a deal work. Then you read the language they use. After months of stalled negotiations, the WNBA and team owners continue to ignore player demands and jeopardize the future of women's professional basketball. No, that is not what is happening. The only people jeopardizing the future right now are the players themselves. Let's be clear about the facts. The owners are offering over $1 million maximum salary. They are increasing revenue share. They are talking about average salaries around $500,000 and minimum salaries around $250,000. That is real progress. That is real movement. And yet, it is still not enough. Because some players believe they are entitled to something they have not earned and that the league cannot realistically support. That mindset is what is blowing this deal up. At some point, you have to stop posturing on social media and start negotiating like professionals. Otherwise, everyone loses. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate all the support. Like the video and subscribe.